Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. And it's midday money. There you go. Banner has been added. Welcome on into the show. It is Monday, the 14th of August. Hope everybody's doing okay. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. A little late. The landscape guy showed up. I have people coming to replace a window. So my mom is here just in case, because you know how that's going to work. Hey, we'll be there at 9, between 9 and 1, and you know they're not coming at 9. And I had a dentist appointment, going for a little cleaning. Whatever. It's a crazy morning. If you're watching, YouTube channel, Sean Higgs, winner free picks parlay is super. Thank you. Appreciate everybody watching the show. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. You know what? Let me tweet out the world here on the Twitter universe. And of course, if you're listening after the fact in podcast form, you know I appreciate everybody. Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Stitcher, TuneIn, whatever. There's a lot of places to listen after the fact. But you know, I like it live because we have interaction with each other. We have interactions. Not much of a rule recap because I did the shows. I threw a couple picks up on while I was in Vegas. We'll talk about that. I guess we could do a little Vegas bet bash recap. So that was, I gotta say, so I had a good time. Good time seeing a bunch of people there. You know, a couple guys I knew, a lot of guys I did not know. I definitely don't think it's for a common man type better. The way these guys throw out, I should say, their chunks of money. But me, listen, 600 people there. I was like 599, 600 in the brain department there. A lot of smart cats. Guys like me, no, none, if any. Tony T was there. I've done videos with Tony T. Loshak. Steve Fezzik. Other than that, no real Capper kind of guys. And like, it's funny talking to some young guys. Like, oh, you know, you get the frowned upon look as a tout guy, which is fine. But you know, I'm like, how old are you? You know, 20, 25-year-old kid. I'm like, well, I've been on sites for 18 years. I've been betting since before you're alive. I've been betting since before your parents dated. You know, I don't know. It was interesting. It was fun. I had a good time out there. A week's long, though. I don't like going out for a week. You know, Sunday to Saturday, so it's a long visit. I'm not much of a drinker and stuff like that, so. But it was fun. I had a nice time. I don't know. Might be going back in November. Maybe staying at South Point. I was talking to Vinny down there and Chris Andrews. Vinny Mayula. Listen, if you don't know Vinny, he's on Twitter. Vinny. He's a really nice guy. Every time I go out there, I see those cats. But good time. It was nice. Let's get to today's picks for everybody listening. All right. Give me the Rangers under here. Do I got Rangers under? 8.5. Sandoval and Scherzer. Let's be honest here. Sandoval's pitched pretty decent. Scherzer was great in his debut. I think Texas's bats, they've been winning, but more with pitching. And much like the old defense kind of wins championship games, kind of stuff like that, you're getting good pitching. That carries over. Now, can they hit against Sandoval here? Maybe they can scrape across a few runs. That being said, I see something low scoring here. Let's go into the 8.5. Gilbert and Brady Singer, Seattle and KC. You know I'm a Logan Gilbert guy, and I do like Brady Singer, though he's not having a super year, or even a good year for that matter. I mean, he's 5-something ERA, but everything else kind of falls into place. Give me the under 8 here with these two teams playing against each other. Orioles. I took the O's myself, and I'm actually thinking about. You probably hear my landscaper guys out here. I want to also maybe look at the under in this matchup too, as well. Right now, I just have the side. I'm thinking maybe under the 8.5. Rodriguez has been great. I know the Miz wants to, he wants to trade him away for a bag of rocks and a foot long hot dog. But maybe, I mean, I don't even know if he'd want chili on it or something. He just probably just want to, could just be a raw dog. He didn't want it cooked. He was pitching so poorly, and I get it. Of late though, he's kind of turned it on a little bit. A lot better outings. He had, 2 runs, 3 runs, 0 runs, 2 runs. He had a 4 run, not bad. 8 hurts, but he had a 2 runner before that, and another two. I mean, he's had some good starts here mixed in with some poor ones. But here we are with the Padres again. They've been getting it done with pitching. Can't hit a lick. That being said, Darvish to me, tail end of a nice little career. But I'm going to go the O's here. I'm going the O's. Tampa and the Rays. I'm sure this it's going to come up in the chat here, but give me the under here. Last times were pretty solid. Giants can't hit, and Tampa Bay. This is how you lose first place when you can't hit a ball, can't drive runs in, drive anybody in. So give me the under 7.5 here, and we'll get to our guy Wander. All right. So interesting stuff there. What's there to say? You hear kind of rumors. What comes out here. Listen, she's 14. Dude's going to jail for, 14 will get to 20, Wander. I don't know how old she is. I mean, he's young. He's what, 20, 21? He's a young guy. Maybe she's 17, 18. You see pictures. Of course, minors can drink. Minors can drive. Minors can have children. I don't know. If it is what it is, that dude's in bad shape. But let's move on to the chat. See how everybody's doing today. Michael Amato, first guy in that. It's been a while. How's your Vegas trip? I ran that Vegas trip pretty good. It wasn't. It's Vegas, so it's always fun. That's just it's a long week. You get in there Sunday, get back late Saturday night, Sunday morning. That's a long time to be in town. But that's all I can say. Long. It's a long. I'm not a weeker there. You live there. It's one thing. You stay there for a week. You're visiting. Watching a lot of games. How'd you make NFL preseason? I am preseason NFL. I am I believe I'm 2-2, maybe 2-3 on the sites. I had the Raider under last night. Was a loser. Bad. And I kind of like that game. Didn't get there. And, funny thing with the NFL, so I think the overs are like 10-6 this weekend. I am 1-4 with my football. So I lost opening. I had the under in the Browns game. Had the Lions. I took the Browns again against Washington. Lost. Ravens -3 were a loser. The under. I'm not having a nice start here. And it's not even. Oh, I sort of like this game. Because looking at all the games, we can run through them. I did sort of like the New England under a little bit there on Thursday. I didn't play it. I like to. If I'm betting preseason, I want to be really sure. Like these games, obviously, I'm really sure. That I'm a loser because I have not hit my games. But being said with those, I can't even look at a game and be like, I wish I had that one, because there's none that I really jumped out at me to say I'm going to take it. I wasn't expecting a huge second. I thought I was getting 7 points from San Fran. That was not a shock. like Vegas coming out and running up a bunch of scoring. Uh, not not there. That's a rough one there. But nothing. There's no other game I really love to say. Well, if I bet this one, if I went with what I thought, I'd have this. That's not it. I Sometimes I really like preseason football, and I get a good feel, and I'm like, you know what? I'm confident in these kind of picks. This, and I said last year when they got rid of like a preseason game, you got to kind of adjust to different how teams are going to play, and I guess that's why you saw a bunch of overs. Like this coming week, I did a quick kind of glance, and you know what? Maybe tonight I'll do a little look at lines for football this week. To look at them a little more. But again, nothing. I just as a quick once over, I'm like, because I haven't really gone back over the weekend to see why I am 1-4 with my games. I thought I had another win. I did not. Did not. Moneyline Markel's in house. Welcome. O's, let's go. First five under Giants. I'm with you on the O's and the first five under Giants are not hitting. I got Michael B. We'll tell us that in a second. Rob Franklin's in the house. Jordan Love era has begun. Yes, it has. Yes, it has begun. Titan repairs the house. All dogs today except Houston and Yanks. Boo needs to go. Said it months ago. I almost put the Yanks here in that chat, believe it or not. I mean, you're gonna give me a 185, 190 with the Yanks. I don't not that they're due to win or stuff like that, but that's a big chunk for a guy, Freitas come back. He could set up a home run or two. All the Yanks do is hit home runs. Judge could hit a homer. I mean, and somebody on the team could hit a homer, and all of a sudden this is like a 2-1 Yankee game. Because Clark Schmidt's not terrible. He'll give up 3 runs. But on the flip side, that's like maybe he gives up 7. Maybe the Braves just rake him today. So no thanks. You like Houston here over Miami? Framber and Braxton Garrett. I don't. I don't know. I was sort of leaning a little under in that game. I sort of like Miami. I do love Framber. No real opinion on that one. You think all dogs? You think Houston's going to win? And you think the Braves are going to win? West is in the house. Yankees over. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of torn on because I kind of see the Yanks maybe hit a homer or two, but Schmidt's either going to give up 3 or 7. I don't think there's like a middle ground there. It's either going to sail under the total, 4-1 Brave win, or it's going to be 12-4. I do like last down. That being said, let's see how to respond with all the other off the field nonsense. And good afternoon to you. Who's the guy? Wander Franco? Mr. News Story yesterday about Wander Franco. Back it up. Always got G-Rock on time. He has been pitching great. This getting called back. Bats were held silent against the Mariners staff. They need to break out. Well, he has been pitching good. And I don't know where the Miz is because the Miz comes in and wants to trade this guy. I was like, I'll give you, he didn't want anybody in the Yankees for him. But he has pitched like he's supposed to pitch. And you have the Padres who are, well, they're the Padres. That's why they're in 4th place. Mariners have been, I'm not, there's silence versus a Mariner staff that, I don't know, Seattle had run off, 8 of 10? They're playing pretty good. No real shame in that. Back it up. Nick, I am back. How's Vegas? Did it win? I went back. I was gonna do a show yesterday. So I got in late Saturday night, and I was like, I slept, and I didn't even get up till like noon. And I was like, I'm still tired now. Yeah, I did all right. I had a couple things while I was out there. I mean, nothing super duper. I mean, we're coming. We come home. We come home with a stack. We're okay. It is what it is. Moneyline Markel. Markel Kelly is 220. Yeah, the Arizona, especially on the road. And a team that's dropped 8 of 10. Do you want to lay? What happened to Chris Flexion? He wasn't that, not that he was like some kind of elite guy out of Seattle, like he's second coming to Randy Johnson or John Halama, even. I mean, but he wasn't as bad as he's been. But do I want to lay 220 on the road? The thing with the Rockies is who's hitting for that team? Who? Connor Joe? Who's on the team? Who do they got on there? I don't even know who they have on the team anymore. Charlie Blackman? Steve, today we parlayed Houston money line and Rays first five and a soccer pick. The Rays thing, I want to see how they respond with all the off the field nonsense as a team here, because they're in a little rocky spot. It's not like they're still battling. They had a terrible month, a little more than a month. Let's be honest. This has been going on a little bit the way they've playing 500 ball. 3 games back now. Tied and prepared. I believe the Saints will make the playoffs. Let's be honest with that division. You have Carolina with a rookie quarterback. Atlanta with what, basically a second-year quarterback rookie. Baker in Tampa. Everybody's going to be behind the Saints because they get Carr, all-pro kind of guy comes in, should win. I don't know. You get plus money on it, I guess it's worth a shot. Somebody's got to win the division. And last year's division, what? Everybody was like, what, 7-9 last year in that division? 8-8, 9-8, 8-9. Tate the Great's in the house. Good to see you, Tate. Must be getting close to football season. Tate the Great is back. I didn't realize you had the bouncer look. So your picks with Lenny and thought Higgs TKO. Oh, you didn't know? You didn't know I was a big guy? I mean, you watch a show. What you think I'm like some tiny guy, or just see how big, towering over Lenny? Nick, yes, I had Phillies money line. They're just a bad team whenever I bet them in under 8.5 for us. That's always the case. You like a team and they're playing well, and then whenever you get on them, they have a loss. I understand the feeling, Nick. I've been there. The under O's, I want to add this under O's today. I think it's a good play. Tate the Great says under 4.5 Royals and Seattle first 5. I don't hate it. I like it for the game. So yes, I will agree with you there. Why wouldn't I? Do I think they can get over to 4.5? I mean, they could, but I like the game as an under overall. Like, I think if it goes, it'll be like a 5-2 kind of game. That's why I kind of look at this one, Michael. I mean, I think the Mariners should win, but am I praying for a bunch of runs in this game? No, I like the under. So I'm more leaning under there. And I hate to say, yeah, they could get 5 and win 5-2 and stays under. Bill, did you come with some cash? Yes, I did. Astros run line today. Only way to, I don't hate that. 135. Here's the thing with my baseball. So I mentioned the losing record. I don't hide from a losing season. Say I'm losing season happens. I find that I think when I try to overthink and not lay a 135, like I'm going to outsmart and be like, I'm too cool for that. Watch how, I'm going to call it a money line winner. That's why I'm down this year, because I've been taking, instead of doing 135s, 140s, or 145s, I'm going run lines and they're coming back to bite me in the butt. It's that simple. Moneyline Markel. Matt says, Matt on the mound today. Mad Max. Yes. Rangers run line. That's the way I look at it. I mean, you get what? Even plus 110, plus 120. So you got Rangers on the mound. Max and Scherzer on the mound for the Rangers and 7 Ks for the win. What's that pay? That's got to be a nice little payday. Nick, believe it or not, Mariners team just love the way they're playing their bullpen. They're finally playing what we thought they'd start for the year, right? They had a nice little run in the second half last year. Playoffs, made some trades, bringing some pieces. Was not meant to be. You lose a couple pitchers. J-Rod doesn't hit. Wong doesn't hit. I mean, Teoscar Hernandez not really hitting. I like the staff. I like Kirby. Gilbert was a guy we ran a lot last year. Castillo was a solid. Maybe they make a run here. I mean, let's be honest. They're 6.5 back, and they're what are they? 4 team in a wild card. I mean, they're a game back. What, a couple games back. Well, Toronto 66-54. They're 63-54. So they're tied in the loss column with Toronto as the final wild card team. They are definitely trouble. They stay this way. Bill, can't back Darvish. I agree with Darvish. Bill, is Lenny a no, he's not. Like he's on the screen. You think he's like that on the screen? I'm doing bet win repeat with him in a little while. Not at all. Not at all. Let me tell you. We're at the Circa Mega, and I'm with Tony George and Lenny. And I don't know if people again, I hate saying people's names with that. Like I'm trying to be like I know this person because I don't know this guy at all. I do follow him on Twitter. Las Vegas Chris. Smart dude. Real smart. Look at him. Wins. He's talking parlays. I'm like, oh my goodness. Lenny's and I'm like, oh God, Lenny's talking. I don't know what Chris is gonna say when Chris is agreeing with him about these parlays. Him and Las Vegas Chris. I don't even know if Chris follows him on Twitter now. Chris doesn't follow me. He's they're talking for about a good half hour, 40 minutes about doing parlays. Not at all. I think he acts a little silly. I mean, I'll put a little persona on, whatever. Not. I would not. You get that impression from him? I do not. I do not get that impression. And I met him in person. Maybe he was just nice because I could put him in a headlock because he's short. I don't know. Maurice, what do you say here? Good afternoon, big buddy. What do you got? I heard you clean the casinos out in Vegas. That's a good one. The word is out. Michael A. I got to make an appearance at Bet Win Repeat. I'm going to be here on Monday. I'm coming in right now after the show. I will be on Bet Win Repeat. Nick, hey, tell me my best teams were I won on were the Tigers under and the Nats Braves overs, money line and Reds. My worst team where I lost badly on the Red Sox Phillies Cards. Yeah, well the Cards are crushing. They're having a bad year. The Phillies and Sox. I would say Sox early because I was not high on the Sox. Right, I look at the pitching staff. I'm like, oh my goodness, we got Paxton, we got Sale, we got Pavetta. What is this? Who else did they bring? Corey Kluber. Like, you're getting some bad ones on the Sox and Phillies because they've actually turned it around a little bit. Nats a Brave overs for sure. The Reds, you get that red hot streak, you're set. And the Tigers are always an under team. Good ones to back. Moneyline Markel, time for some lunch. Thinking about some pizza. A little plain cheese pizza. Nick also likes the Rays. Yeah, right. Well, as good as they were to start, of late, they probably cost you a pretty penny. Brio rocking in. Llama, llama, llama. We're in the house, baby. The llama's back in his pen. Locking in with the Kings here. Good to see you. Rob says leaning KC money line today with Singer. I don't hate it. I mean, I like Brady Singer. And Seattle still struggles kind of offensively. So this could be, we've seen KC kind of string together some wins a little bit here. The young guys starting to hit. We got Witt, we got Vinny P, we got still Sally Dogs over Perez. Orioles over Darvish, yes. Dave's in the house. I like the Angels money line, the Yankees money line. I said earlier in the show, Dave, I don't hate the Yankees at plus 190. Why would I? I mean, you're going to give me a big shot like that on a team that could hit 4 home runs tonight or something? I don't hate it at 190. When do you see the Yankees at that price? Are they tempting us? Should we take the Braves minus 110? Run line? But I don't hate it. And you like the Angels today against Texas and Scherzer. Pablo's pitched well. That's why we got the under here in the chat. Locking in with King. NFL, I'm 1-4 with preseason. I'm not doing good. I mean, should I be 2-2 the way that Raider game? Like I was not expecting them. I mean, I got 7 points from one team and a game goes over. That hurts. That's a rough one. You get 7 out of one team. Had the Lions. I had the. I mean the Ravens are -3. I'm gonna have to play it. Well, I mean, I'm gonna go against the guys on like a 15-1 run. I can't do that for 3 points. Now, if that line was 6, I'd say I'll take Philly here's worth a shot. I can't do it at a 3. Rob says Rockies today versus Merrill Kelly. I don't really hate that. I kind of like Flexen. I like him in Seattle. I know he's been bad. I mean, I think he went to Seattle. Did the Mets like release him? Is that Colorado? Getting 220 at home? Right? What's that line? What's up? Just Arizona laying here. Still. Is this like a 220 spot still? Yeah. Nick, just asking when you're betting under, why not first 5 cents of the game? I bet the whole game is an advantage for betting. I I should probably do unders more in the chat here. Just on the sites, I can't really go under. So it's full game. I'm just so used to doing that because per the sites, they don't have first five, stuff like that. So and yes, if I like it under, would I prefer a first five than a full game? The you know, bullpens involved. I get it, yes. But just for here, I do throw first fives at sometimes because it's my first instinct. Like my first instinct is the full game because I've already loaded it as a player. I bet on myself at that. It's going forward, as I said, like last year when we are looking at regulation and ice and no team bottom nines. I want to start adding more of those to the show because I do some of those in my personal life where I can't do them on the chat. And I just come right into chat. I just thinking full games, full games, full games, and I gotta switch that for going forward here. Michael A. Mariners run line is 108 on FanDuel. I mean, I don't hate it with Castillo. They're 8-2 their last 10. I don't. I mean, what am I gonna say no to that? They're playing Kansas City. We'll bet on Kansas City. What's Kansas City's record? 38-81. I mean, I'm not gonna say that. Glass down 8Ks. I could do the 8Ks. Sure. Big waves. What's up, big surfer? Over here in Montgomery, try not to get hit with a chair at the river. Don't get hit. Don't listen. You won't get hit with a chair if you don't if you don't block the ferry with your boat. Right? Is that what happened there? People had their little pontoon boat and wouldn't let people in or something. Yanks money line, Stros run line race. Again, the Yanks. I'm not going to say no as much as they're a terrible team. You're going to give a basically 2-1 to them with a couple guys who could take the ball out yard. I don't hate it. Astros run line. Again, you want to lay 135. I just said a little thing earlier. The 135s, 140s, 145, like from 130, let's just say 130, 150 run lines have been dogging me the entire season. I was looking at the thing. I'm like, man, if I didn't do half these things, we'd be even or up. They've hurt me. Rays, I'm not looking at back to Rays right now. I want to see what the old the Wander situation is there. How they respond to the outside questions. Oh, kidding about Lenny. I take the credit. As a rival of Lenny in all aspects of sports, I can say Lenny is not a jerk, but does say it says it like it is. With that, saying that, I'm back to hating him. Oh, listen, Michigan versus Michigan State. I get it, Tate. Yeah, Tony George. I was on Tony. Tony George had a site in 2008. He brought me on. I was like newer, and I was going to get on pregame before I went to ESPN, and RJ was like, Tony's like, hey, this guy's pretty good. He just beat me and everybody on Sports Gap, and he's pretty good at NFL. You should have him. He wanted like a year of like free content. Like I had to do free picks. I had to do the chats for him. I said, RJ, man, I said, I can't. I said, I just myself, I said, buying a house. I'm like, I can't give you a year of free picks when I just beat Tony and Spritzer and Feist and all these guys on Sports Gap with NFL. I can't give you free stuff for a year. That was in May. August, he starts ESPN with Colin Coward. I'm like, oh yeah, that's my luck, but that still works out for the best. I've known Tony a long time. We did some series together, Yahoo Sports Radio, Armor Forces Radio. He's a good guy, Tony George. Rob says lean Pirates and the over against the Mets. What is this Pirate Mets series? I was like, who the heck? I was like, Pirates Mets. It's Carrasco on the hill. Do I want to run to the Carrasco show? I mean, I guess the over's the only way to go, right, Rob? Did you look at Thursday's preseason? Bill, I'm going to do a look at lines tonight and cover some NFL preseason. Michael B is in the house. How are you? I'm pretty good. Really good weekend UFC. I miss your UFC. I didn't do a show. Raiders money line on Sunday. Everyone loved the Niners. I had the under, man. I was gonna like the Niners because I don't like who they're rolling out there. How did the Raiders score 34? Killing me, killing my under. I had that for a little chunk too. Rob, dog day for me. Giants money line against the Rays. Juan DeFranco already done some kind of administrative leave. Yeah, he is. He's out. Uh, I'll tell you what. If you're a female and you lie about something like that, like what happens to you? Like this guy, that will always dog him. Again, we don't know if it's true or false yet, but it'll always be there. Michael, honestly, going all dogs. O's, Giants, maybe some momentum off the walk-off homer, and Tampa Bay dealing with Wander. Yanks Sunday night fade, and Braves first game off a 11-game road trip. So the Yanks, I mean, again, it's a 190 clip. It's fine. I get it. The Braves back home, they've won 3 in a row. It's tough. It's tough. Here comes my mother coming in. Hey, Mom, you want to say hi? I'm doing a live show. You can wave to everybody. Yeah. I'm going to pop out of the room real fast here, people. Ay, ay, ay. I'm back. I'm sure I lost half the chat. I should have just put on some music for everybody. Apologize for that. I thought I had the window guys here. My daughter's room had a broken window. So if people are still here, super. You got another 5 minutes of me because I got or 10 minutes. I got to go do that win repeat. I wanted to be able to get. Yes, he is. Mets are better than Diamondbacks. Are they playing? Mets are better than D-backs. Are they playing at all after the break? They can't do the thing. You think the Mets are better than the Diamondbacks? I mean, I don't think they're better. I mean, I like the catcher's good. Where else are we going here? Lindor is an overpaid. He's terrible. It's terrible. The whole team's terrible. I like nothing but dogs today, so I'll either clean up or get killed. That's the way it usually works with the dogs. They're either running good or they're cold. They're looking at no runs first inning. Marlins, I could do a no run Houston or Miami, sure. I don't hate it. Dave, nice 14 parlay. Here we go. The 4-teamer, Dave. I write them down because I believe the best way to go 3-1 is to put in a 14 parlay. So San Diego, Seattle, Miami, and the A's on the run line. So you're going back in Darvish, Gilbert, Garrett. This is a interesting parlay because it's kind of like all over the place. You got a home fave, you got a road fave, you got a home dog, big dog on the road in Oakland who kind of covers run lines. I don't hate, it's Oakland does cover on the road. Oakland run line, they're 27 and 32, so they kind of hang tough a little bit on the road. Big waves. Oh my goodness. I didn't spend it. I just walked past them. You know what I do? So I'd had the phone out like in the mornings. They wouldn't bother me, right? They're usually not out. But in the afternoon, honestly, it's like I'll kind of like duck behind the other things. Please. I mean, they're not. It's just ridiculous. Come on. What is that? And how easy is it for you to describe? I'm like by myself. So of course you're gonna come up to like 50-year-old guy walking solo to harass me and spank me with the little paddle, or they have the little whips out there to. You know what? Get a job. Every place that had a thing hiring. You're out here spanking people. Locking with the king. Yeah, Tony's a legend. Yeah, he is. He's a good guy. Honest guy. You know. Take a great hard hitting question. Weather-wise, which is better, Texas or Vegas? There's no. I mean, what do you like? I mean, it's been 100 here in Texas for 2 straight weeks. But we got humidity, so if you don't like that, I guess Vegas is better. Moneyline Raquel. Definitely had under. No, yeah, that was terrible. I'm with you. Be careful. Females can be sneaky, not just. And that's the thing with that. You don't, listen, do 15, 14, 15-year-old girls have kids? Yeah, they do. Do they drink? Sure. Yes, they do. I mean, like, you don't know. I mean, she posts pictures. Listen, you see somebody driving a car, you figure they're older. At least 17. You got a license 17, right? You figure. Uh, I don't know. You know, I don't like to just throw blanket judgments, because in our world, you're guilty to proven innocent. It's supposed to be the other way around. This is how the old the lie gets halfway around the world kind of nonsense they have. We're gonna find out. You got the MLB involved. That's like basically having the FBI on your ass. Moneyline Markel, what do you say? Talking to King D. Michael B. That's problem accusation. Nothing happens to the person who ever accused her. Some people never believe the person being accused is innocent. Even after that's it. That's it. Stays with you. I mean, he's any kind of athlete, bro. Watch it. Even as much as like the Trevor Bauer situation. People are like, that guy's a total scumbag. Well, all right. You don't like crazy, rough, choke you out kind of stuff, whatever he does. I mean, if the person is texting you for months before and after the fact, and yet you get railroaded out, you never charged with anything. Again, do I think people have opinions on all different types of things? You like guys, you don't like guys, athletes, politicians, whoever, actors, actresses. King Day. 3-3 preseason Saturday was rough. Only going one. Yeah, you can't go crazy in preseason. As much as I like preseason, and last year I was 57% preseason. I had a good preseason. I didn't really love anything in week one. I go 1-4. Uh, could it be a 2-3? Like the 9-1 hurt me. I mean, I had the Jets under. I'm always going under that Hall of Fame game. I don't care. I'll always go under it. It's a game that's a total abomination most of the time. But I liked my picks in game two. We had Cleveland off a win. Although when I did bet that place that bet earlier, it was on the assumption that they would probably lose to the Jets and would come out play a little better with a game speed under their belts. But when you get a win, it changes a little bit. Like you don't have to. You're not like, well, we better win. We look bad. Now you have a win. You're kind of just let's not get hurt kind of thing. But it is what it is. I'll take a loss. Moneyline Markel. King D says he's fine. Moneyline Markel 101 in preseason. I'm really pressed. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna look at it a little later this afternoon for preseason stuff. I'll do a look at a line show tonight for football. It'll be short because it's preseason. I don't, even if I like much or don't like much. Phil Dallas, he'll buy his way out of it. I I don't know, Bill. If it's at that point where she's saying stuff, maybe you don't know what kind of stuff. You don't know these guys scorned women. I don't know. I try to the show here. I don't try to get involved in any kind of nonsense. Whatever. If it's true, what's there to say about the guy? Scumbag. If it's false, you feel bad for the guy. But no one gives it time. We got to be first to press with everything. Rob, Michael B to catch a predator. Hope it's not true. If it is, deserves exactly. Yeah. King DM. Money on Mikel. We've definitely been treading lately in NFL preseason. You have to. Michael A. Mets are terrible. They barely secured. Yeah, I'm not running bet Cookie Carrasco today. I thought about taking the Pirates, but I mean a 110, 115, it's not I'm not worth betting a bad Pirate team. Michael B. There are a lot of sick people out there. Franco's from the DR, where they do not have underage laws. So culture might not be unusual, not excuse behavior. Yeah, I mean he's young too. So even if I'm not saying she's 14, say if she's like 16 or 17 and he's 20, I mean, guys, you graduate high school at 18, you could be dating a 17-year-old or six. I mean, is it a crime? Maybe you dated for 2 years in high school already or something. Like it's a weird. You know, what did guy dates a girl for 2 years in high school? He graduates. He's 18. She's 17 or 16, and where you at? You're still the guy that 3 months before you're at the parents' house eating dinner and everybody's friends, and now 3 months later you're a criminal. Corey Jones, check it in, my guy. Corey Jones, first comment in Midday Money history from my guy. I'll never forget Corey Jones. I know you might. I have not. That's why I like the live chat. Michael B. Weather in Vegas is awful in Texas, not much better. Who wants to live in that kind of heat? I lived in Sacramento for years. It was awful. As soon as I could afford it, I moved back to the Bay. I don't mind the heat. She's all right. I got to actually take her Thursday, and she's got another little procedure. She's got to go to. Sure, pop in. Little lady comes running in. I heard her. She's doing the old little knock, like, like. Mr. Jackson, Miami money line today with Garrett against Framber. I'm never going to say no to taking a home dog, although it's a game I'm not betting. Rays Giants under 8.5. Absolutely take that under. Yes. You got an 8.5 in that Rays game? Good for you. Man, I got an 8, but it was 7.5 this morning here. Jesse Schul's in the house. Good to see my guy, Jesse. Rob Franklin, 3-1 preseason. Should have won 2-2. Casey gifted that last minute pick at the Green Bay Pitt and as winners. Good for you, Rob. I'm 1-4. I'm not having a good preseason. Locking up to King. Truly the best. I have a beautiful wife, so I'm glad I don't have to deal with other women. And she's strapped like a roller seatbelt. I get her strapped, bro. They got to be loaded. They got the cash. That's what you want them strapped to. You want get those good lady, the money. Tony K, back from Vegas. Welcome. Yes, I am, Tony. Yes, I am. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, this is. I mean, she's got to go, and she went in May to had some stints put in her legs. Then she had some, I guess, other complications from that. She had to go back in for stuff. She was in it for like a week, and now she's going back to get another thing put in for her heart. So that's Thursday. It's Thursday. Thursday morning. Got to take her. Tired and prepared. Bad situation. Yep, men are guilty no matter what. These girls will lie. You need to ask for it. That's the thing. I mean, but here's the thing. Let's be honest here. Safest place not to play. Todd, you a guy? Maybe not playing these hot chicks come on to you. What are you gonna do here? You have fun. We're all adults here. But again, you gotta see how it comes out. Oh, there you go. She's got the cat. I mean, all right, good. She protects herself, sure, but it's good if they help out. There's nothing wrong with extra coming in. Little sugar mama help out. It's good. It's good. All right, I gotta go do Detroit Lenny. Not that came out wrong. I'm gonna go do bet win repeat. Since we're talking about Wander and Bauer, I say something like I go do Detroit Lenny. People will be like, what's going on in here? I'm out of here. Bet win repeat coming up. I picks up parlays. Look at the lines. I'll do a little football tonight for NFL week 2 preseason. See if we can find a winner. Tyler prepares laughing at me. I'm out of here. King D's laughing. We all got jokes. Happy Monday. Back tonight. Thanks for watching.